Understanding the signs. A girl is trying to see if you're interested can be a bit tricky, but it's really helpful to know what to look for. Girls often use subtle hints and indirect ways to test if you're into them. These signs can be small or even seem casual, but they can reveal a lot about her feelings. In today's video, we're going to dive into the common things girls do when they're trying to find out if you like them. We'll explore various signs from her body language to how she interacts with you, and even the little things she might say. These clues can give you a better sense of whether she's interested and what her intentions might be. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video. We'll cover all these important signs in detail, helping you to recognize them and understand what they mean. Trust me, you don't want to miss any of these insights. They could make a big difference in how you connect with her without wasting more time. Let's get started. Number 1. Open-ended questions. I bet you've noticed when a girl asks questions that encourage a deeper conversation. This might mean she's trying to see if you're interested in her. Here's why. When a girl poses open-ended questions, she's often aiming to create a more meaningful dialogue rather than just small talk. Instead of asking something simple, like, "Did you have a good weekend?" she might ask, "What's something fun you did over the weekend?" This type of question invites you to share more about your experiences, interests, and feelings, allowing her to get to know you on a deeper level by engaging you in this way. She's showing her curiosity and testing the waters to see how you respond. If you engage enthusiastically and share personal stories, it signals to her that you're open and interested in connecting, which can encourage her to share more about herself. Conversely, if you give short one-word answers, it might make her feel like you're not as invested in the conversation, which could lead her to pull back overall. These open-ended questions are a way for her to gauge your compatibility and see if there's a spark worth exploring further. Sign number 2. The intense lean-in. The intense lean-in is a powerful non-verbal cue that a girl may use to gauge your interest in her when she leans in closer during a conversation. It's often a sign that she's testing the waters to see if you're equally engaged and attracted. This subtle move can reveal her level of comfort and curiosity about you. By physically closing the gap, she's not only indicating that she values your interaction, but is also trying to create a more intimate space between you. If you reciprocate by leaning in as well, it can confirm that you're interested and receptive, which might encourage her to continue pursuing the connection. On the other hand, if you pull back or seem distant, she might take that as a sign to step back or reassess her approach. So gentlemen, the next time you notice a girl leaning in during your chat, pay attention to your own body language. It's a moment of opportunity to show that you're open and engaged, potentially deepening the connection between you. Number 3, she tests your memory. Another way she may try to gauge your interest is by testing your memory. She'll drop hints or share something personal just to see if you remember and follow up later. It's her way of figuring out how much attention you're paying to her and if you value your interactions. For instance, if she mentions she has a big event or an exam coming up, she's probably hoping you'll bring it up again or ask her how it went. If she shares a funny story or something about her past, she might be watching to see if you remember it. In a future conversation, this shows her how much you care about what she says. Sometimes she might do it more subtly. She could reference an inside joke or a phrase you've said before, checking if you remember where it came from. Or she may even ask you about things you've discussed to see how well you remember the details. These small memory tests are her way of seeing if you're invested in her and the relationship. By paying attention and responding to these cues, you're showing her that you're interested and care about the things she shares. 4. Casual touches. I know you've noticed how casual touches can play a big role when girls are trying to see if you're interested in them, right? Well, these little gestures often happen in a relaxed setting, like when you're chatting or hanging out together, for example. She might lightly touch your arm while laughing at something you said, or playfully nudge you with her shoulder. These touches can feel innocent, but they're usually a way for her to create a connection and gauge your reaction if you respond positively. Maybe by smiling back or leaning in closer, she might take that as a sign that you're interested too. On the other hand, if she touches you and you seem uncomfortable or pull away, she might sense that you're not feeling the same way. So those casual touches are not just random, they often a way for her to test the waters and see if there's a spark between you two. Sign number 5, subtle invitations. Subtle invitations are one of the ways girls try to see if you're interested. Instead of directly asking you out, she may drop hints about spending time together. She might mention a movie she wants to see or talk about a restaurant she'd like to try, hoping you'll suggest going with her. Sometimes she'll ask what you're doing on the weekend just to create an opening for plans. Other times she'll casually mention that she's free or bored, waiting to see if you'll make a move and suggest hanging out. These invitations aren't always obvious, but they're her way of testing if you'll take the initiative. So gentlemen, pay close attention to these little hints. They're her way of letting you know she's open to spending more time with you, without having to say it outright. Responding to these cues can help you show that you're interested. And on the same page, number 6, mentioning her singleness. When a girl is trying to figure out if you like her, she might casually bring up the fact that she is single. This can be her way of hinting that she is open to dating and interested in finding someone special. For example, she might say something like, "I've been thinking about going on more dates since I'm single now," or "I really want to find someone to share fun experiences with," by mentioning her singleness. She is not only signaling that she is available, but also testing your reaction. If you respond positively, perhaps by asking her about what she looks for in a partner or sharing your own thoughts on dating. It shows that you're engaged and interested in her. This conversation can create an opportunity for her to gauge your feelings while also expressing her own desire for a romantic connection. It's a subtle way for her to see if you might be interested in taking things further without directly asking you how you feel. 7. Seeking your help, gentlemen. One of those subtle ways a girl tries to gauge your interest is by seeking your help or advice when she asks for your assistance with a task or project. It allows her to spend more time with you and see how you interact. For example, if she's having trouble with a homework assignment or needs suggestions for a gift she wants to buy, she might reach out to you for help. By doing so, she creates an opportunity to see how you respond to her request, and if you're willing to lend a hand, if you enthusiastically offer your time and expertise. It shows her that you care about her and are interested in spending more time together. On the other hand, if you seem hesitant or uninterested, it might make her question your feelings. Additionally, the way you interact during the time you spend together can reveal a lot about your potential compatibility. If you work well together, engage in friendly conversation, and enjoy each other's company, it can be a positive sign that you might be interested in her as well. Seeking your help is a clever way for a girl to test the waters and see if there's a spark between you that could potentially lead to something more. Number 8 drops hints about what she likes in a guy. All right. So another thing girls do to gauge your interest is to drop hints about what they like in a guy. This is a clever way for her to share her preferences and values without directly stating that she's interested in you. For instance, she might mention how much she admires a guy who is kind, funny, and passionate about his hobbies, or she might talk about how attractive she finds it when a guy is confident, intelligent, and treats others with respect by sharing these qualities. She's hoping you'll pick up on the fact that she's describing traits she finds appealing in a partner. If you then demonstrate some of these qualities in your own behavior, it shows her that you might be a good match. She's essentially putting out feelers to see if you align with the type of person she's attracted to. Additionally, if you respond positively to her hints by expressing that you share similar values, or by complimenting her on the qualities she admires, it can be a sign that you're interested in her as well. Dropping these subtle hints allows her to get a sense of your preferences without directly asking you out or risking rejection. It's a clever way to test the waters and see if there's potential for a romantic connection. I hope these signs help you understand when a girl is trying to see if you're interested. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more tips on relationships and dating. See you next time.